Oh, for some reason it didn't give me the notification and I got weirded out. Hello everybody. We are recording 2 episodes today because we're going to be on a boat, motherfucker.
And we did not want to record on the boat. As much fun as that sounded, it's too chaotic to record on vacation.
Also, if you do not know that song, we should link it for people. We should have that playing with us when we do a story. I'm going to make that note. That's going to be great because I love that song.
Yeah, if you guys don't know The Lonely Island, stop listening to our podcast right now because I disown you.
Stop. Don't tell them that. Damn.
Andy Samberg is my free pass. You have to know Lonely Island to be my friend.
I didn't get that criteria.
Well, you know what? One year for Halloween, Tony and I were a Lonely Island mashup, and we went to a Halloween party, and nobody knew who we were. And I was like, this is the best costume I've ever come up with, and nobody knows.
I mean, I think it's pretty hard when people do costumes like that, so I think you should give them the benefit of the doubt.
No, I don't think so. I think people should have known.
Well, for this episode, we are going to answer a bunch of asking for our friends because it's going to be shorter. We will not have time to record next week because we'll be on a boat, motherfucker. And it's just going to save us all time. So batch content is a thing. Don't add us and just hear our responses, okay?
Yeah, we're going to do asking for friends and then a few embarrassing stories because Shelby and I learned a lot about each other this last weekend. We were at my house. So
should we start with it?
Yep, with that being said, I'll just go ahead and start so I can get it over with. I've been on TV. Okay, so I've been on Triple D.
Girls Gone Wild.
No, not Girls Gone Wild. I've been on Triple D, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives with Guy Fieri on Food Network. Long story short, Camp Chef has a deal with Guy, and he was filming a bunch of episodes. So he kind of does like batch content. He films a bunch of episodes in the area that he's at, and he invited Camp Chef to come watch an episode being filmed. So my sister is obsessed with Guy, and Tony called me. It was like 7 something in the morning, and he's like, dude, call Tiana, get her up here, like we can watch this episode, blah blah blah. So I was like, all right. So my sister hustles up here. We go to one restaurant that he was filming at that we thought we could get in at, and we couldn't get in there. So then we went to another one, which is the one that I was on TV. And we get there, we watch a whole episode. It was super cool. And then at the end, they were getting ready to like film the restaurant part. And Tony's boss is like, hey, I signed you guys up to be on the show. And I was like, hell to the no. Like, I don't want to be on TV. I don't want to do this. Celebrities really intimidate me. I was really scared. And I looked at my sister. I was like, this is your favorite show of all time. You be on it. And she was like, no, I'm too scared. And I was like, but it's your favorite show. Like, be on it. So anyways, everybody was like, it's fine. He won't talk to you. Like, you just need to be in the background. And I was like, okay, cool. I guess I can be in the background. I'm having a good hair day, whatever. So we go. We start. The lights all turn on. And if you guys don't know, those lights are fucking hot. So I was like sweating. I was so nervous. And it like starts, and Guy pulls up a chair and sits right next to me. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not supposed to be talking. I was eating some donut that was like a maple donut, which I don't even like. And he asked me some question.
Well, why did you eat it?
Because you're supposed to. I don't like maple donuts. I was so stressed that was what I got freaking... This place has like these giant buttery rolls that you can dip in gravy. Okay, give me gravy with literally anything and I can talk about gravy all day. Instead, I get stuck with this donut that I don't even like the flavor. So I'm eating it and he asked me some question I don't even remember. And you guys, you want to know what I said? I said, and I quote, the cinnamon really calms it down. Okay, that doesn't even make sense, A. B, cinnamon does not calm anything down. Cinnamon's like a spicy spice. Like, what the fuck? And then as soon as I said it...
Tell him their response.
Who? Guys?
Tell him what he said.
He went, cinnamon, or something. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm such an idiot. So then we get all done, and I was like, wow, that was really awful. I really hope nobody sees this. And then I'm driving home, and I was like, huh. Triple D is like the ridiculousness on MTV, how ridiculousness plays 24/7. Triple D plays 24/7 on Food Network. And I was like, great. Hopefully nobody I know watches it. Okay, it took like 4 or 5 months for that episode to come out. I start getting messages from people I haven't talked to since high school. I had a doctor at my work be like, I was watching TV last night and all of a sudden I heard your voice and I looked up and there you were. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. So this was in 2019, okay, years ago. And recently, like 2 weeks ago at work, my coworker had to go into Tremont to get something and she stopped. This place is called the Pie Dump. She stopped there to get the rolls and the gravy and she brought it in. And me opening my dumbass mouth was like, little known fact about me. I was actually on Triple D with this show or with this restaurant. So then she was quiet all day. And then finally, at like right after lunch, she's like, I finally found it. And I was like, found what? And she's like, I found your episode. And I about died. So everybody at my new work has seen it, and I have not watched it until 2 weeks ago, and I was finally like, I just need to know what the hell's out there. So embarrassed. They made a GIF of it, so I have a GIF of it. My doctor plays this song called Cinnamon Girl all the time. He'll like walk in playing this song, so that's my embarrassing moment. It's out there. It's fine. You want to watch it? It's Pie Dump episode. It's actually pretty hilarious that I said that.
Don't worry, we're gonna link it for you guys because that's the nice people we are, and that's the best story. I think that's hilarious. But also, I want you to know that the treatment you're receiving is harassment. So if you would like to let them know that you're being harassed, you can.
It's okay. I actually think it's pretty funny now. And my coworker brought coffee the other day and she texts me. She's like, by the way, there's coffee in the office. And she's like, don't worry, I put cinnamon in there because it really calms it down. So it's like become just a joke. Oh, and I was employee of the week. And they put like a
Why
little
didn't you tell
sign.
me that?
I forgot until right now. As employee of the week, they put like a little sign because like I filled out this little questionnaire and had a picture, blah blah. They put like a little sign under it and said like Taylor's famous quote, and I was like, God damn, I just never am gonna live this down. But it's actually pretty hilarious that I made such a fool of myself, so it's fine.
Well, speaking of making a fool of yourself, while Taylor and I were on our journey this weekend, learning a lot about each other, which is so weird. We've known each other for so long. For some reason, we were like, what was your very first Instagram post? And if anyone ever wants to like realize how big of a dumbass I was, just scroll on back on my posts on Instagram. I think I have like 1,500 posts. And we started scrolling through them and I was like the hashtag queen. And like, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me or why no one said anything to me. Like, I think I was probably just meant to be someone that posts dumb shit on the internet because like I post stories a lot and people think I'm like obsessed with social media, which I'm not. I just enjoy sharing my life, but stories were not a thing. So I was making posts that should be stories now. And like I would say dumb shit. And so basically just scroll on back, like literally all
Guys, she took a selfie with a bag of peas and said, what did it even say? Having a nice night out in the garden, hashtag peas.
No, I was like basically telling everyone that I was about to go plant peas in the garden. And I have like sunglasses on. I'm in my house and I'm holding like a little thing of peas and I'm like smiling. And I can't really smile now because of Bell's palsy, but I'm like cheesing it, have big old glasses. And my hashtags say hashtag peas. And I don't remember the other one, but then the other one is like work it girl or something like that. Like my hashtags were so ridiculous. Like I'm not joking. If you ever need entertainment to like, we should just start sharing, like screenshotting some of them for people at this point. Like just screenshot them and share with you like the dumb fucking like title I would give. The caption is stupid and the hashtags were even crazier. And like I'm truly embarrassed that like no one like I literally looked at Wally and I was like, wow, thanks for loving me and also not fucking telling me that I'm a dumbass. So I don't even know what to say. I have no words.
We laughed about her hashtags and her posts for probably 2 hours. It was so funny. Just don't delete them so we can always laugh at them.
I'm not one of those people.
My sister posted something so funny on Facebook, and she deleted it so that she wouldn't have to relive it. I have to ask her before I share. Maybe that will be our next embarrassing story, but it was so funny, and I wish every day that she didn't delete it, because seeing that pop up in your Facebook memories would be the highlight of my life. So please don't ever delete them.
Fortunately and unfortunately for me, I'm not really someone that always shares to Facebook. And so Facebook's the only one that like gives me the memory reminder, because I'm not intentional enough to go check my archives or like memories on Instagram, and they don't make it easy enough. And I just don't pay enough attention. But if anyone's having a bad day, like scroll way on back, get to like 2014, 2015, honestly, 2016, 17. I was still a fucking idiot. And like, it's going to change your day.
It really will. It's hilarious.
It's fucking stupid. I hate it. I hate it as well. Hashtag peas, man.
That's forever going to be my hashtag. So our next embarrassing story is submitted by a listener. She's one of my friends, and I witnessed this embarrassing story, and I'm so excited to tell it. So when we were younger, you know, when you're like 12, 13, you just think that you're like hot shit. So we went to Raging Waters. It's now Seven Peaks, but it used to be Raging Waters back in the day. Should go back to Raging Waters because that place was badass. But anyways, we were walking around and like going on slides, doing the shit there. And there was a group of guys that were like, we thought were checking us out. And we were like thinking that we were hot shit in our swimsuits. Like we were wearing tankinis because our moms didn't allow us to wear bikinis, like stupid. But anyways, she walked in front of me and I was like, oh my God, your bloody pad is on your butt cheek. And her pad had like slipped out of her swimsuit and was like stuck. Yes, and was like stuck on her butt cheek, and it was all soggy because we had been in the water, and those guys were not checking us out. They were checking out her pad on her butt cheek. And after that, her mom let her start wearing tampons so that didn't happen again. But the worst part is like, we got in the water or something happened, and we were trying to find the pad, and because it had fallen in the water, and we couldn't find it anywhere. So somebody found like a soggy pad at Raging Waters, and that was definitely ours. So sorry if that was you.
Yeah, that's a lot, especially at that age. Like, that's traumatic. That defines somebody.
She was so embarrassed, and I was just kind of an asshole and just laughing because it was so funny. But I was also low-key jealous because I was like the last person of my friend group that like it took me forever to start my period. And I was just like, man, I wish I could start my period so I could have an embarrassing pad story. Yeah, no, don't wish to start your period. It's the worst. But
I have always just been like someone that doesn't really like to follow trends or like things that are cool. And like all of my friends were getting their period, and I was like, fuck no, don't come to me. Don't do it.
Yeah, I definitely wanted my period, and then it started when I was in a skirt in my favorite underwear right on my piano teacher's bench, and I never went back to piano lessons ever again. My mom was a real G with that she did not make me go back there.
Here's the thing with underwear and a period. You will always ruin your underwear. Like, there are times when like I don't think I'm gonna start my period, but I have like a nice new pair of underwear, which also I don't buy near enough underwear. Let's start there. Like, I don't know what that's about.
Really? I buy a lot of underwear.
I like never want to fucking buy it. Like, I don't think about it until like I pick out my underwear every day. I'm like, I really want new underwear. Anyways, off topic. But you will always like put it on and think like, oh, it's not gonna happen today. And it happens. Or you think you're safe and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna leak today. You'll leak. Like, do not ever wear any underwear you love anytime near, like within a week before and after your period.
Yeah, I once saw a meme that talked about that, like wearing new cute underwear and your period starts, and it was so funny. It was like you look down, you go to the bathroom, you look down, and all of a sudden you see a little barbecue sauce on your underwear.
Oh my God. That's disgusting. Ew.
Oh, I also
Ew.
have the humor of a 12-year-old boy, and I thought it was hilarious.
I'm so grossed out right now. Also, you shared a reel on Instagram yesterday that I wanted to share, but I was at the doctor's office and I didn't have internet about like when you're walking around with like your period and like all these cramps or whatever, and like no one
Your
knows.
butthole is cramping and 2 blood clots are falling out.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
Yeah.
Well, wow. That
Well,
barbecue
on that
thing.
note, one of our asking for a friends that we got submitted is hashtag asking for a friend. Do people wear panty liners every day? And I think that's
My
an
answer is
interesting question. I've never thought about it, but I wear tampons even if like it's the last day of my period and I have to pull a dry ass tampon out of my vagina. I never wear pads or panty liners.
I have always wondered who is wearing panty liners. Like I don't get it. I don't understand it. There's times now that I've especially had a baby that I'm like, is this why people wear panty liners? Because like there's like a lot that goes on once you have a baby down there, especially when you're ovulating. That did not happen to
Well,
me.
even when you're not, when you haven't had a baby, because my ovulation, this is so TMI, but it's fine. My ovulations can sometimes get like just nasty, like just kind of really wet, you know?
Okay, well, here's what I want you to know that's happened to me, and this is beyond TMI. Since I've had Henley, when I'm ovulating, I will have like things this long dangle out of me of like whatever that shit is that's like
Really?
happening when you're ovulating. Like I will go pee and I'll like go to wipe and I'm like, well, the alien's back. Like the fucking alien's coming out. Like it's only happened since I've had a baby. And like it's traumatizing. Like, how do you even wipe
Weird.
at that point? You have an alien finger hanging out that's like this long.
Stop it.
Fucking weird. So that's when I've been like,
That's
is
when you
this
would
when?
probably wear a panty liner.
But also, it only happens to me when I pee. So I wouldn't have a panty liner helping me when I pee. But I have thought, like, is this when they're doing it? Because
Hmm.
I don't wear them. I refuse to. I don't understand it. I don't want that shit. Like, here's the thing with pads and panty liners that sticky shit will move and it gets stuck to your skin, and no one fucking wants that.
Yeah. Well, my thing is I wear thongs. I don't wear like full bum underwears at all. And there's no comfortable way to wear a pad or panty liner with thongs. There's just not.
They do make thong versions, but like that shit doesn't work either. And also, I don't own anything that's not a thong.
Same. I don't either. I don't have any full bum unders.
Oh my God, that's such a silly term. Yeah, so my answer is no, but I have wondered who's wearing them and why. So if anyone would like to answer that for me, I'm truly curious. I don't get it. I've just wondered.
I would just think that sometimes stuff just gets moist. Like I feel like it would maybe be nice in like the summer when you're just kind of sweaty. I think it would maybe be nice to have something there to like I don't know.
I mean, I like, yeah, putting sweaty underwear on is not great, but also like wearing a panty liner is not even better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, here's an asking for a friend that I have been wanting to answer for a minute. Hashtag asking for a friend. Am I being judged by other ladies for wearing the same layered necklace nearly every day?
No.
Just no.
Sorry, I was taking a drink of water. um No, because I feel like I go through phases of my necklaces that I wear the same one multiple days in a row. And it just sometimes it's just really comfortable. It looks good with outfits. So I don't think that's a problem. Right now, I'm rocking my Leo necklace until the end of August. So I don't think I'm judging you. I don't think anyone's judging you if you do this.
I need a better Leo necklace. The only Leo necklace I own, which it kind of ties into like Halloween shirts. Like I just don't buy these things. I only own one Leo necklace and you gave it to me, but it's like really long. And I either need to get a new chain for it or just a different Leo necklace because like I don't wear long I should take it on the cruise. That'll be a perfect time. Like I'll have my tits out. But like I like with regular clothes at work, I can't wear it because it's too long. Like it doesn't like I can't figure out a way to make it work. But I also don't own a Leo necklace besides that.
That's so sad. My sister actually got me my Leo necklace for my birthday last year, and it's like the perfect length. It's not heavy. It doesn't like the clasp doesn't swing around to the front.
Are you
It's a
wearing it
perfect
right now?
necklace. No, I did take it off right now, but it is the perfect necklace and I love it.
I wish I had sisters that cared about me like that. But back to the question. I wear a layered necklace combo that like I've probably worn it like I almost wear it sometimes every day, but then I'll take a break. Or like if I don't have a shirt, like I just it's my favorite. I like how it looks and it's been one of my favorite combos. And so I wear it a lot, but I have to intentionally tell myself to mix it up sometimes. Like wear one of your other cute necklaces. Like don't be fucking dumb. So I don't know. I only have one that I've found so far that's not super expensive and I really love it. So I don't know. I do worry that people are like, wow, bitch, get a new fucking necklace. Poor ass hoe.
I don't think so. I don't think that people pay that much attention either.
I'm gonna do a poll because I don't know if people would be very honest about it, but I do feel judgment, and that could be me assuming judgment, but I don't know. So I'm gonna do a poll.
Okay. All right. So my asking for a friend that I'm going to ask is hashtag asking for a friend. Do you get mad when people blame you for other people's farts? And my answer to that is absolutely not. I think it is hilarious and I don't care. Blame me for all your farts. I think farts are so funny. Again, 12-year-old boy humor over here.
So like someone farts and they're like, oh my gosh, Taylor, and you're just like, yep.
I mean, most of the time.
Oh no, it is you.
No, most of the time I can't even say anything because I'm laughing so hard at the fart that like just whatever. Like shit's not that
What if
deep. I
it's
think it's
what if
funny.
it's a quiet one and it just stinks? How are you laughing at
I would
that?
still be laughing because it's a fart and I just think farts are so funny.
So if it stinks, it doesn't gross you out, it just makes you laugh. Wow. This is so weird to me.
It is. It's so funny. Like sometimes Tony has some pretty stinky farts and I just laugh. I think it is so funny.
Wow. A, that's a whole nother thing for me to process. But B, fuck yes, I get pissed. Like I don't fart. I'm not farting. Like anytime I fart is A, if it's like truly an accident and I sneezed or coughed and like I couldn't control it, but that's only happened like maybe 2 or 3 times in my life. And then the only other time I fart is like if I'm actively going to the bathroom, which that's where you should fart. It's contained. That's where you're supposed to let those things out. Like, I don't just walk around and fart. Like, I wouldn't go like, even if I wouldn't fart in front of people, I wouldn't just go stand in a room and fart and walk away. That's also fucking weird. Like, learn how to control it and let it out where it needs to go. But also, you should
Sometimes it just needs to come out.
It doesn't have to. Like, I don't have to let farts out all the time. You train yourself. It's a habit.
What if you have a stomach ache?
Then you should try and go poop.
So you'll just sit on the toilet and fart like if poop won't come out?
No, if you have to fart, you have to poop.
No, that's not true.
I think so.
No, it is not true at all.
That's what I believe, and that's what I tell my family.
No, that's not true.
Well, don't blame me for your fart. If you do, I will actively get angry and I will probably not want to hang out anymore. I'll just be like, fuck you guys. Like, you know better. Don't fucking blame me for your disgusting ass shit. I'm fucking leaving. I will leave the room. I won't
Oh
hang out
my
with you.
god. So passionate about it.
That's the same level, but 10 times worse that you'll receive if you blame me for your fart.
You're like my mom. My mom, not with farts, but BO. She's like terrified of having BO. And sometimes me and my sister will like fuck around with her and we'll be like, do you smell that? And then we'll be like, Mom, we think you smell like BO. And she gets so pissed. Like, she doesn't even laugh, and it is so funny.
You know, that's so fucking mean.
It's so funny. Or we'll tell her that, like, her hair looks greasy because she acts the same way, and it's so funny.
That one's a little more understandable, but stinking or like being the person that's causing a stinky, gross situation, like, no.
Well, everyone can just blame me for their farts. It's fine.
That's so weird. Okay, the last one I want to ask is it rude or offensive when your boss always asks you about your weekend plans, but you do not ask them back?
Um, I think so. Well, I don't think rude is the right word. I think just I don't know. I mean, anytime my boss is my doctor that I work for, anytime he asks me like anything, I'm like, "Oh, I have to tell him and then re-ask him." Like he asked me how the 4th of July was. I told him everything that we did and I said, "And how was yours?" Like I just feel like it's nice to ask them back.
I am of the opinion of you shouldn't even ask me. I don't even want to tell you about my weekend or what my weekend plans are. Like my boss will consistently ask me, "Do you have anything fun planned for the weekend?" And I'm like, not really. I don't want to have to tell you what I do. We live very completely different lives. Like then I have to make up some bullshit and not be like, "Yeah, I plan to get fucked up on wine, motherfucker, because I hate my job." Like, hello, don't ask that question. And then B, I don't care what you're doing on the weekend. I don't want to know. I think it's a weird conversation. Like, I hope you have a good weekend, but I also don't want to know the details.
Do you feel like if you like enjoyed your job and enjoyed your boss, like were friends with him, do you feel like that would be different?
No,
Really?
I view people and relationships so different. Like, I don't actually like people. I care about people, but I hate people. So,
You don't
like,
like me?
you got to hear what I said. I care about people, but I don't like people. So if I care about you and your well being, or you're someone in my close circle, I want to know everything. But if you're someone that's just like at a distance, I hope you're having a great life and I want to make sure you have a good life and like do what I can in my position or my relationship with you to make sure your life's not terrible and I'll support you. But I actually don't fucking like you. And I don't care
It's
what you do on the
so
weekend.
interesting.
I
I
hate,
mean,
hate, hate when people were like,
but
"How was your weekend?"
if you want people to be happy and live their best life, wouldn't
Go find a
you
friend.
but wouldn't you like make sure that they were living their best life by making sure they had a good weekend?
I'm not here to monitor your life, but if you're having something happen to you, or I can tell you're being like mistreated, I will fucking stand up for you so fucking fast. But I also don't have to be your friend to do that. That's just like
Interesting.
human nature. I care about you and I don't want people to be mistreated or like fucked over in their positions. But I also don't care what you do on the weekends as long as you show up to fucking work.
Interesting. We do view relationships very different. If I did not
I
ask my doctor like what he did over the 4th of July after he asked me, I would like sit and stew about it and be like, "Oh my god, I should have asked him what he did. Like why did I not?"
My boss asks me quite frequently like what I'm doing. I don't think I ever ask him. Sometimes I will if I like don't actually want to be in the room. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just ask you. But every time we meet on a Monday, he'll be like, which sometimes he blows me off, which that's like a whole fucking another thing. Um, if he asks me on a Monday, like, how was your weekend? I'm like, oh, it was fine. Or it's like the same when people ask me like, how are you? it's a baseless fucking question. You didn't put any thought into it. It's like a standard, like, oh, let me just ask you because it's like standard protocol. No, if you want to talk to me, have a regular conversation, not a conversation that I could like anyone at the grocery store would ask me.
Interesting.
So if you ask me how I am, I'm always like, I'm good or I'm fine. But I just am not giving thought because you didn't give any thought either into asking your question. You're just doing it because it's standard protocol. So if you
But
ask
see,
me how
when
my
I
weekend
ask
was,
people, I am putting thought into it. Like I care about their answer.
I don't think most people care about the answer.
I don't know.
So when
That
he
would
asks
be
me, I don't ask him back. I usually just like start rambling some dumbass shit. And then I'm like, okay, can we talk about what we fucking came here for? Like,
that's so interesting to me.
I don't know. It's weird. I just
Very
don't
interesting.
enjoy social interactions. I'm an introvert.
Maybe that is the difference. Is I'm an extrovert and you're an introvert, and I truly like. Example, bringing my patients back to their room. Like I'll get them from the waiting room and be like, "Hi, how are you?" Like I genuinely care what their answer is going to be, and I feel like that's like such a basic question that can lead into other things because they could be like, "Oh, I'm not doing good today." Well, what's going on, you know? Like
I think that's only if they're also an extrovert or someone that's like needs that attention. A, I never need attention unless it's my birthday month. And B, I'm an introvert. Like I don't really care. Like don't fuck I would rather I came there and you didn't fucking say a word to me.
interesting. I'm interested if other people feel like you too, and like if it's an Enneagram thing, if it's an introvert extrovert thing, or if it's just like what it is. You know what I mean?
I do think that like I'm not normal. Like it's not normal for people to be this passionate. Like I'm usually people can be like, oh, I don't really enjoy it, but I'll answer it. I'm very adamant that I don't care about social interaction to like that level. But I also just recently said on our last episode how much I don't have social interaction. It has to be. I only want it with people I want to be around. Like if I don't care about you, I hope you have a great life, but I hate you. I don't want you in my life. I don't want you asking me questions about my life either. We don't even know each other. Go away.
Damn. You get so passionate with asking for friends. It's kind of scary.
I know. I'm a passionate human being.
Well, I also sounded exactly like Shelby's daughter Henley when I was like, "What? You don't like me?" Definitely sounded just like Henley. It's
Didn't
fine.
even realize that.
But I think that's our episode. We are, by the time you listen to this, no, it won't be, but we're going to be on a cruise ship. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. We're
No,
going to
you
be
won't.
moving.
By the time you listen to this,
we'll be
we
home
will
and
be
sad.
back from our cruise, recording
Yeah.
a new episode that's regular, but this is what we need to do for filler content. And we love you for listening to it. And I hope you appreciate these asking for our friends.
Yes. Much
And
better way of
also,
saying it.
don't come at me for my Bell's palsy eye because I'm very stressed about it now.
Oh, you're fine. All right. Well, thank you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, share us with a friend. Check us out on YouTube. And we will talk to you next week.
I'm on a boat, motherfucker.
Bye.
Bye.